Hello everyone, welcome back to the class. Today let's learn about administration. So Mauryan administration, that is what we are going to learn today. So Mauryan administration can be studied under four heads. So Mauryan administration can be studied under four heads, such as first one is central, second one is provincial, third one is a district, and fourth one is a village. So these are the four heads of a Mauryan administration was done. So the capital city of Pataliputra was administered separately. So the capital city of a Mauryan empire was Pataliputra. So it was administered separately. Then first let's learn the first head, that is central administration. How the central administration of a Mauryan empire. So the king was the supreme authority. He took all important decisions concerning the empire. He was assisted by a council of ministers called the Mantri Parishad. The various branches of administration were under officials called Amatyas. So the central administration was done by the king. The supreme authority of the central administration was king, and the king took all important decisions concerning about the empire, and the king was assisted by the council of ministers. They are known as the Mantri Parishad, and the various branches of administration were under officials called Amatyas. So just like our administration, so we know that the prime minister is the head of our country. Same way in those days the central authority of the central administration was the king, and under him there were different ministers, and each branches of administration were under officials. The members, they are called as Amatyas. Then the second is a provincial. How the provincial? The empire was divided into provinces, each headed by a prince. So the provincial, that is the Mauryan empire, was divided into different provinces, and these provinces, each provinces were having a head, that is a prince. A prince was the head of each provinces. Then he ruled the province as a representative of a king and was assisted by many officials. So the prince ruled provinces, and each provinces were having one prince, and a prince represents the king and was assisted by many officials. So the prince also was assisted by many other officials. The next level, that is a district level, that is provinces were further divided into districts. So the provinces were divided into districts, and Pradeshta was the head of the district. The head of the district was Pradeshta. He was assisted by junior officials called Yuktas and the Rajukas. As we know that the provinces were divided into districts, and the head of a district is Pradeshta, and the Pradeshta was assisted by junior officials called Yuktas and Rajagas. Then they measured the land, collected taxes, and maintained law and order. So, in each district, the head is a Pradishta, and Pradishta was assisted by a junior officials called Yuktas and Rajagas, and they Rajagas and Yuktas were measured the land, and they collected taxes, and also they maintained law and order in the district. Next is a village. A number of villages made up a district. So a district is made up of a number of villages, and villages assisted government officials in marking the village boundaries, maintaining land records, and collecting taxes. So a number of villages made up a district. So a district is made up of a number of villages, and villages assisted government officials in marking the village boundaries, maintaining land records, and collecting taxes. And the villagers, the people who are there in village, they used to help or assist the government officials for what? For marking the village boundaries. In order to mark village boundaries, the villagers used to assist government officials, and also they also helped maintaining land records to have land records, and also collecting of taxes. All these things were villagers were assisted by the government officials to do all these things. Each village had a headman who was chosen by the villagers themselves. So each villagers used to have a headman. Each villagers has a leader, and so that leader was chosen by the villagers themselves. The villagers used to choose the headman of their village. Next, let's discuss about city of Patliputra. So we have already seen that the capital of Mauryan Empire was Patliputra. So Patliputra was the capital of the empire. It was surrounded by a wooden wall which had 64 gates and 570 towers. And as we know that the capital city or capital of the Mauryan Empire was Patliputra, and it was surrounded by a wooden wall, and which had 64 gates and 570 towers. There was also a moat around the city to protect it from enemy attacks. So what is moat? A deep wide ditch usually dug around a fort to protect it from enemy attacks. So that is what the moat means. So they also had a moat around their city. A committee of 30 members looked after the city. This committee was divided into 6 boards comprising 5 members each. So, this particular city was having a committee of 30 members, and they looked after the city, and this committee was divided into 6 boards. They were having 6 boards, and each board is having of 5 members each. Each board looked after a specific department. So now let's see which are the 6 departments. So first one is for comfort and security of foreigners. Second is registration of births and deaths. Another one is industry. Fourth one is trade and commerce. Fifth, inspection of manufactured goods. Sixth is collection of taxes. So these are the 6 departments which was having in the city of Patliputra. So let's have a conclusion that today we learned about the administration of Mauryan Empire, and the Mauryan Empire were having 4 heads. The administration can be studied under 4 heads such as central, provincial, district and village. And also we discussed about the city of Patliputra, which was the capital of Mauryan Empire. I hope you understand this particular topic. So this is for today. Bye bye.